Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Dr. Chaz's Lego Land. And we'd like to welcome you to day 3 of the Eiffel Tower. And today is March 1st for me on a Sunday night. Tonight we're going to do steps 9 and 10, or bags 9 and 10, I guess. I'm going to carry on here. You may have missed, I think, if I look back here, 7 and 8, I think I forgot to do a video on it, and that was pages 53 through 60. That basically entailed putting on these brown pads here and putting in the brown tiles. That was all that was doing. Pretty easy. There was 12 pads here all the way around, and then basically with the brown pads you had to put in brown tiles, 2x2s and 1x4s. That's all you had to do. So there's 1 pad, 2 pads, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 pads, and then there was 48 2x2s and 16 1x4s, I believe. And then there was some dark grays, medium, I guess they're called medium stone, or let's see, dark stone grays, here and here, 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 and then some browns, I guess they're red stone brown maybe, on top of those dark stone grays. And that's about all you missed. It wasn't too bad. I forgot to record it. I'm sorry about that. Kind of got ahead of myself. So, not too bad of a step, not too hard to do. Just got to pay attention to where the 2x2s and the 1x4s go. Because if you get off by 1 layer, you're going to come up short with the 2x2s and you're going to be off. And then you're going to go, why don't I have enough? And then you realize it and you'll have to move the blocks around to get some extra 2x2s to put them in place. So just really watch where your counts are. Make sure you've got 2 spaces on either side when you put the blocks in, and you'll be good to go. So, on to page 60. We're going to do bags 9 and bags 10. It looks like some flowers maybe, some foliage, and we're going to have 4 more pads to put down. And it looks like we're going to start with those 4 pads. So we're going to do it 4 times, it says, so we'll just lay those 4 pads out. We're going to do it all at the same time. And I'm going to lay these out. Put that down there and open up our other bag. Lay that out here. There we go. Alright. So it's asking us to take, looks like some olive green 2x4s and putting those in the open squares here, or rectangles, I guess. Pressure here. I'm going to try to use my left hand, even though I'm not left-handed. My right hand is still killing me. Had surgery on it now. Had to remove a ganglion cyst right about here on the right wrist area, and that has been, let's see, that was 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days ago. Knocked me out, woke me up, sent me home. Had 6 stitches in it. Everything was good. It was nice and flat. Looked good. Recovered the rest of the day Wednesday, all day Thursday, all day Friday. It was all flat. Looked good. No infection. had to work on Saturday. I said, yeah, looks good. I can do this, no problem. Like I told you in a previous video, I drive semi-trucks for Amazon to where I move trailers in their yard. I basically hook onto a trailer, I move it from the dock door to a parking space, drop it, pick up an empty trailer and put it back in the dock door, or maybe pick up another one and from a dock door and put it in a parking space or whatever, or put in a parking space into a dock door. It just matters what they're looking for, what they need. But I stay in the yard, I never leave the facility, so I don't need a CDL, even though I could get one. I've drove 13 years over the road. I've been in every continental United States, been in all 48 states. I've been also been to Hawaii when I was in the military, so on the nuclear powered submarines. So I've been in 49 of the 50 states, but when I drove truck, I was in every major city. The last major city that I got to was Pittsburgh. I had always wanted to go to Pittsburgh, and every load took me on I-80, and I drove around Pittsburgh, never could get into Pittsburgh. And one of my last loads that I did, it wasn't directly to Pittsburgh, but it got so close in Ohio, right there on the border, that it was like going out of the way through Pittsburgh was only like 5 miles out of the way. I said, I'm doing it. So they're not going to complain too much if I go out of the way, and that was just the way it was going to be. So it was like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I said, well, I'm going to take the interstate up, and I'm going to make a U-turn, come back down around, go through downtown Pittsburgh, and come out the other side, and keep going. So I did that. I think it was a 476 or something. I went up, and I don't know what the exact was, or 376, I don't know. Went up northeast, got off on a ramp, went underneath, came back on, came back down southwest into Pittsburgh, crossed over the Allegheny, I think, I don't know, maybe the Ohio, and came down and crossed over, and then, if I remember correctly, Heinz Field was on my right, and the Pirate Stadium would have been on my left across the river, if I remember correctly. Or maybe it was vice versa. Maybe the Pirates was on the right and the Steelers. I don't know. It's been so many years ago. It was probably 14 years ago since I've seen it. But I do remember that it was beautiful. There at night, 4 o'clock in the morning, no traffic, beautiful sights. So anyhow, what we're doing here, I put all these green pieces in the 4 pieces here on all the pads. So now they want you to put flowers in, and then you're going to put 5 flowers in on all 4 pieces. And it looks like you're going to do both ends of the deal and one in the middle. So I'll show you here in just a second so I get this one done. It's a little tricky here. And one. This one's going to be time consuming. There we go. Okay. I'll bring it close up to the camera here so you can see it. So we're gonna 1, 2 on the end piece, 1, 2 on the bottom of the piece, and then 1 in the middle, kind of in between the pieces. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then right directly in the middle, not on the pegs, but in the middle of the pegs is where they want it. if you can see that pretty good. I'll try to get really close. Kind of see how that is. So you want that there. You want 5 flowers, and you want it. Let me back off here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 20 flowers per pad. 1 pad, 2 pads, 3 pads, 4 pads. That's what they want. So that's 80 flowers that you gotta do. That's what I'm reading here. Yep. 80 flowers. That's what you gotta do. And when you're done, you're gonna put 4 pads on it. So we're gonna get to work. Yay! So if I don't talk here for a few minutes, that's what I'm doing. Putting 80 flowers onto the pads. Takes a little bit of concentration on this. I guess there's a lot of flowers at the Eiffel Tower. Well, I guess it wouldn't be flowers. I guess these are trees. This is, even though it's 5 foot tall, this is just a, how do you put it? Just a limited scale, or a kind of a miniature scale of the Eiffel Tower. So I don't know what the scale is, if it's like 1 to 100 or no idea. So we'll figure it out. These ones in the middle are a little tricky because you're not on a pad. You're trying to stick it in between 4 other ones. And so you're not sticking it on one of the posts. You're sticking it in between the posts, and you gotta kind of listen for it to pop. So what I think I'm going to do here is go and do the center ones first, get them to stick. Do that first. And then go for it. There we go. So I'm just going to do the center one for the moment because it's the hardest one. And then what I'm kind of doing is setting it there and then using my fingernails to pop it in. Once you hear that little pop, you know it's in there. And you're not using the small end either to set it in there because the small end is too small and it'll just roll right out of there. You're going to use the big end that you would use for the post. But remember, it's not sitting on a post, it's sitting in between the 4 posts. You want to set it down in there and use your fingernails to kind of push and have it pop into place. And it's fairly easy to get it to go. You just got to kind of set it down in there first, kind of get it into place, and then fingernails and pop. So it's kind of the hardest part is to get it sitting there. See, and like that one, it kind of rolled out. Even though I pushed on it, I felt a pop. It didn't take. So once you have these center ones in, they're not going to go anywhere. And then the rest of them will be real easy to get in. There you go. So now I've got all 4 plates done with centers. Now you can just pick up all your flowers here. And go back and just put all your flowers on. And you'll be good to go. Get your flowers done. Knock these babies out. Don't forget, in case you haven't been with us before, what I talked about. If you ever heard of the website called Temu, T-E-M-U, you can pick up your Lego pad. It's not authorized by Lego. It's probably something made in China. It's this great little pad here that I'm using, and you don't have to. I mean, it's just something that I find kind of amusing to use. And what it is, a nice thick rubber pad. It's probably a good 1/2 inch thick. Sits out here, and it's got 8 spots on it that are divided out with 1/2 inch divided squares. And then you can take your parts, and after you dump them out, you can separate your parts into the 8 squares and have all your parts separated from one another. So if you're the type of person that likes all your parts separated, kind of like your food on your plate, like you don't like your food touching, and you want all your parts separated, so that way when you get to a part and it says, oh, you need 4 of these and 3 of that and 7 of these, and you can just reach on over to your pad here, and you can grab from whatever pad, whatever section of pad here where you have the parts located. Because you have all your parts separated, and then lay those in front of you and build that section of parts that Lego's calling for. I am not sponsored by Temu. I'm not sponsored by whoever built this thing, but I just think it's a pretty cool thing to have, and that's something I wish I would have invented, because I'd be a billionaire by now. It's a really cool thing. Something cool and designed. I always like to separate my parts, keep them separated and organized. I love being organized, and it's something cool to have, really. So I don't get a penny from mentioning that, but whoever invented it is, he was thinking. So great thing to have. So now I'm going to go back, since I got the center one in, and the rest of them sit on the peg, and so they're easy. They just go down and pop on, and they don't take any skill at all to put on. They just sit on the peg and push and pop, and so they take no time at all. By the way, on that pad there that I was talking about, if you do want to get it, Timu, and then search bar, probably Lego rubber mats, probably what I search for. You got to be real careful with Timu. You'll search that, it won't come up probably right away, and then again it might, I don't know, but if it doesn't, you just got to search through it and just be real careful on Temu. Everything I've ordered, I've always gotten. They've got a lot of great stuff on there, but a lot of stuff can be misleading. It looks like it's really big in the picture, and you get it and it's really small. And that's because the stuff that they show you is small. The stuff they show you that's big is because it is big, but they have different sizes available. And when you go to order, you have to make sure that you choose the right size. So for like instance, there was a rug on there, really big rug, took up half the room for a movie cinema. It said, welcome to my movie cinema, or something like that, or our family cinema, something like that. And I ordered it because it took up half the room, and I was like, yeah, that'll look cool, my movie theater. And this bag showed up, and I opened up, and I could have took the rug and wiped my ass with it. That's how small the thing was. I was like, what the hell? This thing's not even close to being half a room. Not even close. I went back and looked. Well, of course, I ordered the small one. If I would have ordered the large one, I would have got the one that was, big as half a room. But I didn't look at it close enough, and I ordered the small instead of the extra large. So that was my fault. So don't get in a hurry. If there's something that catches your eye and you really want it, great. The other thing that I found on Temu is that if there's something you want, like they have a lot of knockoff brand Legos that are Legos without the Lego logo on it. A lot of cool buildings, a lot of cool designs, real cheap. But some of the buildings, they'll look, they'll say it's 3,000 pieces. They'll look really cool. But they show up, and it's this building about the size of this plate. And it's 3,000 pieces. And the reason why it's 3,000 pieces and it's small as this plate is because it's a real tiny, it's a brick. It's the bricks the size of this in your fingers. It's some micro bricks. It's 3,000 of these things on a plate this big, and that's why it's that. So you have to look at all the pictures and look at all the details, and a lot of the buildings will have measurements in there, in inches and in centimeters. So they'll have the building built like on a plate like this, and it'll be like 5 inches by 5 inches, and then you'll know, oh my God, 5 inches by 5 inches, that's tiny. But then they'll have like a ship, and it'll say 26 inches this way, and it'll say 8 inches this way, and it'll say 24 inches this way. And you go, oh crap, that's 2 feet long, and that's 2 feet high, and oh yeah, that's giant. And it's $60. And it's 4,000 pieces. Oh yeah. Lego doesn't even make that for $60. Yeah, I'm gonna buy that. That looks sharp. Okay. Then you know you're getting a good deal. The other thing is that if you see a ship and you go, yeah, I want a ship Lego. But you see one ship Lego and you, yeah, but I really don't like that one. Let's see what else they got. Well, click on that ship, and it's going to take you in depth on that ship, and then immediately click out of the ship. And then scroll down a couple. And then you'll see another Lego ship, or knockoff Lego ship. Click on that one, and then back out. And then scroll down again, and another ship will pop up. Click on it, and then back out. And then, next thing you know, you're going to see like one ship after another, after another, after another, and the Legos will start popping up like you'll start seeing buildings and ships and cars and trains and planes and automobiles. I mean, it'll just be like, you'll quit seeing all the other ads for all the other stuff. It'll be like total Legos. And that goes for anything that you want to buy. If you're a female and you want lingerie, click on the lingerie picture, back out, scroll down, click on a lingerie picture, back out. Or if you want to buy, let's see, they have like police uniforms or military uniforms, or they have like shin guards and elbow pads, or motorcycle uniforms, or helmets, or I know they have like video games for Xbox, PS5 you can buy. So if you find a game on there but it's not the game you want or something you have, click on it, back out, scroll down, there'll be another game, click on it, back out, and do that 2 or 3 times, and then all the games will start showing up. Or even just do a search. Just find the search box and go PS5 games or Xbox games, whatever, and you'll get page after page after page of games. Something like that. And then, but the other thing you got to worry about too on Temu is that you'll start getting these things where like you'll get a wheel and it'll spin and it'll be like, you got 100% off, congratulations, woo! But the thing is, if you read the small print of the thing, it says everybody gets the best price available. So yeah, you got 100%, but so did everybody else. Or you got 90%, yeah, so did everybody else. So if you get a spinning wheel, you'll see an X in the upper right corner, just click it and get out of it. And then it'll go on to draw something else, click and get out of it. And don't fall for their games as a spinning wheel and 50 cents off or $3 off or $10 off. Just forget about it. Because you fall for that game and you get hooked for that game, you're going to order, and then you're going to be dead broke. That's my advice to you. And I'm only telling you this because I fell for the trap at first. And it cost me a bunch. But now that I've got the hang of it and I know what's going on, I don't fall for it anymore. So, back to the Eiffel Tower. Some reason I came up with 2 leaves over. I guess that's a good thing. All my things have flowers on it. I'm not short any. They all have flowers. Okay, so these things say to put them in place. So we're going to put them in place here. Use my good hand in the bang, so because my other hand, this hand hurts. So and we'll get going here. There we go. Okay, next step, we got 80 can tiles. And it looks like it goes all the way around every green square. That's what it's looking like. So we'll just start, and it's got to go with the 2 dots inward on every one of them. So there's 2. I'm going to count them here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Well, there's 16. And it looks like there's over here is 17 and 18. And over here is 19 and 20. So there's your 20. These two, and 16 around the green pad. That's your 20 per square. and times 4 makes your 80. So that's where you got to put them. It's kind of repetitive on the Eiffel Tower. So the first time you're joining me tonight, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Once we get this thing up and loaded, just ask you to keep coming back and joining me and keep watching the video. And if you got any troubles building yours, you know, put that down in the comments that you're having trouble, that something's not working right, you can't figure it out, you're not sure. Tell me the page number, what book you're in, what step you're on, whatever. I can try to help you. Send me a private message if you're afraid to put the message out in public, whatever. And I'll contact you back as quick as I can. And we'll get that solved. Also, if you could do me a big favor, and that's hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I need as many people as I can out there to help me out and get started. This is my first YouTube page ever. Trying to get going. And yeah, so with all your help, we can make this the greatest thing since sliced bread. You know, I know I'm nothing next to Mr. Beast. No one will ever beat Mr. Beast. You know, I don't know where that guy got his talents from, but he's done a wonderful thing by taking his subscriber money and giving it away and coming up with some of the games that he does. But you know, some of the games that he's come up with, I'm sure if he's come up with the games himself, he's a genius, because I know I couldn't survive some of them games. I'm not strong and I'm not smart, and yeah, some of them people thinks that they can outwit him, but no, not at all. Those games are tough, and they're meant to be. I mean, you know, he's got to weed them out, but it's still. I watched them on my TV on Amazon Prime, and yeah, they're meant to be tough to weed you out. But what he's done with his winnings, and still, you know, not have a lot of winnings, he's built a hell of a career to have fun with, you know. But to be responsible with that kind of money, you know, just to give away $5 million just to some lucky soul that's, you know, played these games. It's a wonderful thing to be able to do that, but at the same time, to be fortunate enough to take that money and be responsible enough and probably pay it forward, you know, before, you know, take the money and be responsible, put some away for yourself, and then pay it forward and help others, and then start your own challenge, you know. That would be the thing. That would be the thing. Definitely would be the thing. Pay it forward. So just about done here. We got the final 4, and I do have enough pieces. Imagine that. I didn't lose any, and I got them all in the right spot. And there you go, folks. Number 80, right there. All right. So now, turning to page 64, we have 40 of the brown tiles, and they are going to go on top of the tan tiles right in the middle. So let's pick those up, and we'll see where this gets us here. So we're going to put the brown tiles on top of the tan right in the middle. Some of these are hard to get on, I tell you. That's with a bad wrist. It's not a good thing. So, yeah. Just gotta stop what I'm doing and think about it. These are, some are real easy to put on. Some are just like you gotta have a hammer and beat the hell out of it. Speaking of hammers too, I did notice some of those Chinese kits that I bought, like the Mario and the Bowser and Pikachu and stuff with the mini bricks, they actually do come with a hammer. Because once you buy it, or start to build it, they want you to take the hammer and bang on it to kind of keep it put together, keep it tight. But I do know the bricks, I bought a miniature Lego set before, and once they're together, they are very solid. And the one thing about it that I took the instructions to, what I bought was one of those NFL helmets on the miniature side, and I thought I'd be smart about it, and I took the instructions, and I took the miniature instructions were built for small bricks, miniature bricks, and I followed the instructions and used regular size Lego, real Lego, and not miniature bricks, and followed it step by step with regular Lego to build a football helmet, and it did not work. It was amazing how it did not work. The ear hole to the football helmet was way off. It didn't line up. The helmet was oblong. It didn't even look right. I got about halfway done before and you could clearly see the helmet was not even a football helmet. I mean, it was, you just had to tear it apart before you were even halfway done. It looked so stupid. It was funny. Yeah, it was really crazy how the miniature block instructions with full-size Lego pieces does not work. There you go, folks. Okay. So, set 43, page 64, the brown tiles, 1x2 tiles, is complete. So, it's saying to now go on to bags 11 and 12. Bag 11, and just kind of looking good here. 14, 15, 15, 16. Yeah, 12. Okay. 12 is hiding in the corner. I was hoping it, right? Alright, let me give it a quick squig and finish off the bottle. There we go. I'm going to get bag 11 open first. There we go. Now, because this one kind of looks like it's all the same, I'm going to put it all up in the corner. As where some of these pieces look pretty well the same, I'm going to kind of start this out same. And because I'm not sitting over that way, I'm going to kind of move the bricks around so it's kind of all over on this side. But I'm still going to separate. So yeah, let me get this all done here. Separated. I got one more bag yet, but be just a second here to get this separated. Okay, get this done. Kind of nice to do it. Now this is all kind of like plate stuff, so I'll keep this all separated. Kind of flatten out here a little bit. Looks like a lot of plates, but we'll pick her up here a little bit. Here. All right. Just about done here, folks. As soon as I get it all separated in little piles here, we'll be ready to rock and roll. Make it a lot easier to find stuff. At least I think so. I don't know how you feel about that. You can leave me a comment down in the box of what you think. And like I said earlier, if you please hit that like and that subscribe button, that would help me out tremendously. Trying to get to at least 1,000 subscribers to the Dr. Chaz Lego store, Lego show, whatever you're going to call it, Dr. Chaz shop, but however you want to call it. How about the Dr. Chaz shit show? How about that? Oh wait, we can't cuss on YouTube. I'm sorry. My bad. They'll ban you for that. Yes, they will. You gotta be like an adult about that, you know. Sorry, YouTube, my bad. But sometimes it really is one of those days around here. Okay, we are good. Good. All right, we got our little piles there, as you can see. Hopefully you can see all that over there. Got everything all laid out, all in piles, so we can find stuff when we need it. Okay, so now we're going to start. We got bags 11 and 12 here. Over here, bags 11, 12. Looks like we're going to build a kind of a base to the pyramid. of it. And we're going to start with a, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 2 by 12 black, and looks like a 2 by 10 white. I'm going to click that together. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm going to go backwards. There we go. Something like that. And on top of each other. Okay, going to the next page, 80, let's see, I'm sorry, 66. Set 45. And a 2 by 8 after that. And it looks like it's just going to lay there or sit there for the moment. Right at the end, and then we're going to grab a 2 by 8 gray piece and kind of hook that on there. And let's see. Like that. So now we got an L shape. Okay, very good. And now I'm going to take the tan. Looks like 2 by 2 slopes. Well, first we need a big slope. A 4 by 4 slope. And just a second here, I got this messed up again. My bad. I'm screwing this stuff up so much here. Okay, let's try this again now. Okay, so there we go. Here, here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Yeah. Okay. One in the corner. Go. Okay, on to step 49. Another 1 by or 2 by 10 black and a 2 by 8 black. And I'm going to start with that. And I'm going to go here. And this will go here. So we're going to connect it like this. You can see all that. Okay. And we're just going to continue on with some parts here. So it says we're going to have 2 blue, 2 by 1 by 2, 2 corner brackets, 2 slopes, corner, so 4 of those, and it says 2 of those. Okay. So I'm going to build a piece here. So we're going to go here and build here. Here. And that, okay. And so we're going to put a corner piece here. these there. Okay. Same over there. It's the same old situation. Yes, I like Motley Crue. It's very good music. Saw them on their final tour before they decided to sign up and do another tour. That was a joke. I think their final tour was worse than their final tour, because the final tour I went to was badass with the fire and the girls and the upside down drums, and yeah, it was kick ass. It was rad. Well, anyhow, okay, so now we need 2 of these and 1 of these and 1 of these and 4 of these. Okay, so now we're going to go with, got that. I'm going to go white, red. And then we're going to go blue. There. Okay, it's got 1, 2, 3. Got the corner open. 1 up. 1 up. And then, so we got 1, 2, 3. Well, okay. Looks good. Now we're going to do that piece again. We're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 corner. Okay, so now do this 2 times. And I think we're going to do this. Let me look back at something real quick here, guys. Oh, I'm going to do this twice. Okay. Well, probably should be doing this twice, and I'm not. Save some time. But I'll just keep moving here for right now. Alright. And I think what we'll do is we'll stop right there, and we're going to go back and build another one, because we got to build another one. get that in a minute. Drop that piece, but we'll get her. No biggie. Slippery things, they can be. Alright, just about got her here. So now we need 4 more. Yeah, I don't think I have any unless they're mixed in here. Yeah, there's 2. And 3, they're probably mixed in here. Looks like maybe. Might as well what fell on the ground too. I'll have to look here. And just approaching the 1 hour mark. Amazing how time flies when you're having fun at Dr. Chaz Legoland, huh? Let's see. There. Ah, here it is. Yep, we found it. It was all mixed up. Alright, let's see what piece I dropped, or where I dropped it. There it is. Alright. We're good. Alright, we got 2 of them done. Looking good, folks. Okay, we're going to move on to, well, I'm going to put these off to the side actually. And we're going to move on to step 53. We got to do this twice as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 4 of these, so 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4. 8 of, looks like probably the clear ones. Clear is hard to show on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we got 2 in here. 1, 2, 2. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. Okay, got all the parts divided out. Now you can just build away. So, step 1, ringy dingy. Step 2, ringy dingy. Okay, stop being funny. Okay, step 1 is that, and 2 is that. 3. It's truly amazing how Lego says to do this and do that, and you know, do these steps, and you're looking at going, what the hell, you know? But then when you put it actually all together, it works. It's sort of like those people that you see nowadays. You know, they'll start playing the Star Spangled Banner, and they start painting when the song starts, and they're actually painting upside down, but you don't know it. They're just slopping paint all over the place, and the picture doesn't make any damn sense. And when they're done, they take the picture and spin it around. They spin it 180 degrees when they're done. It's truly amazing. I saw one the other day. We played the Star Spangled Banner. And the guy started painting, and I guess it was a band that was playing the music. And time they got done playing, hi baby, hi hon, hi. Do you want to come up and see? It's my other cat. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jack, the Jack of all trades. Yeah, I used to call him Jack Daniels. We had his brother at one time, and he was Toby Keith. I used to live in Phoenix, Arizona for about 14 months, and I worked the overnight shift and got woken up one day and was told that Toby had run off, and he never came back, supposedly. Unfortunately, I think my sister gave him away to someone, or the neighbor stole him. I don't know what happened, but he never came home. Never saw him dead in the street. Never found him. Don't know what happened. But we had a lot of animals in the house, and I think it was just too much for my sister, and he was given away and lost him. And now poor Jack here, he's been with me 16 going on 17, but he's having some health problems. He's had a bunch of teeth pulled here about 3 months ago. Had some abscesses in his teeth, and I only noticed it because he was sneezing a lot, really sneezing, and having trouble, like, kind of gasping for air while he was eating. He was like, kind of like that while he was trying to eat wet food, and he was throwing up dry food. And took him to the vet. The vet looked in his mouth and said, "Oh yeah, look at this." And I looked, and sure enough, he had this terrible ulcer in his mouth. So took him to surgery, knocked him out, and went to pick him up. And she had removed, I think, about 10 teeth out of his mouth, cleaned up the abscesses, took all the nasty bacteria out of there, put him on antibiotics, and he did really well. And the sneezing stopped and everything, and did wonderful. And now here it is about 3 months later, sneezing constantly again. He's got really bad breath again. And my niece was over here, and we turned him over on his back like he'd hold a baby, and we pried his mouth open, and he's got a huge abscess in the back on the kind of the roof of his mouth, but in the like back here on the top of the gum line, way in the back of the mouth again. And it's not pink or anything. This one's kind of a dark gray or almost a black color. Really hard to see. But now when he eats, he's kind of, like a pig again, kind of grunting, trying to eat, sneezing constantly, really bad breath again. I call him tuna breath because it smells like bad tuna. And I've noticed that he's getting really light. When you pick him up, he feels like he's just dropping weight like crazy because probably can't eat much. He was 9 pounds when he was at the vet last time, so I got to take him back Tuesday. We'll weigh him again and we'll see how much weight he's lost. But he's like I said, he's gone on 17 years. He's done well. I'm hoping that we can fix him again and make him healthy. I mean, he's sitting there purring. He's happy. He drinks water and he eats, goes to the bathroom. So I'm going to keep him alive as long as I can. So I'm going to let him go. Let him go play. Right, buddy? He's probably ready to go to bed. That's probably why he's come to look at me. Alright, buddy. So I'm going to try to finish up with this real quick. Get this built. Hey bud, what you doing, honey? You gonna sit and watch? Huh? Yeah. There's that. Okay, now we'll do this again. Like that. But I don't have enough points here. Stuff here. You ready to go to bed, aren't you, buddy? You just gotta look for Papa. Yeah. So there's coming for Papa. I wonder why you're not in bed yet. It's getting late. I mean, it's like 11 o'clock here, or after 11. Probably, you guys can probably hear him purring. He's very loud when he purrs, but he's very happy. And that's a good thing. So we'll try to get this step done here and probably call it a night, come back and do some more tomorrow. He's tired. I'm getting there. It's been a long day. Been at it 16 hours today, cleaning things up, organizing. Yeah, I know, buddy. All right, got that done. Oh, we're not done yet. Okay, now I'm going to turn them over. Let's see. Okay, let's go. Let's see. What I'm going to do. Okay. All right, got that on there. Now we're going to turn it, flip it over like that, and then we're going to add these corner pieces, and you put them right in the corners. This is kind of stabilize it some more. One thing I love about Lego, they are very good about making sure their product is stable in most cases. Now I do have the Star Wars AT-AT, the really big $800 one. I built that one, and let me tell you, you pick it up to move it, and you better have a box ready, because that SOB will fall apart in a million pieces. I've got pieces strewn all over my room from that damn thing, because it is horrendous. You're okay, bud. That thing is very weak, very disorganized. Yeah, terrible. Yeah, it falls apart like there's no tomorrow. In fact, I got to rebuild that, so that might be one of the next videos I have after the Eiffel Towers is rebuilding the walker. Honestly, it's half built right now, but the other half is sitting in a box, just laying in parts and trying to. I'll have to clean out this entire table and lay out all the parts I have and try to figure out. It's sort of like putting together a plane crash that blew up in the middle of the air, and it's now laying, on the ground or in the middle of the ocean, and you have to bring all the parts up to the surface, and you're trying to figure out where all the parts are at, because yeah, you can only suspect, you think you know where the parts are going, but yeah, you don't. It's like rebuilding a plane crash. That's the easiest I can put it. And the thing is once I build it, then I have the task of trying to carry it back to my room to display it again without it falling apart. And I would hate to like put it in a box, but I think what I'm going to have to do, honestly, is super glue some of the parts back on the legs, because it is that unstable. It was not designed very well, whoever designed it. I mean, it was a great model, but the pieces were very weak when they were put on. They were not stable. Yeah, and for $800, it just, was not a good invention. It was horrible. And I'm surprised more people did not complain about that one. That one should have been more like about $300 for for the money you paid for what you got was crap. I mean, you had to build it in one spot and not move it, because yeah, it was a train wreck. Okay, we got this done. Flipping it back over this way. And we're putting big corners on now, I guess. Four corners. That looks like 8 corners here. Boom. Where to go? There we go. Tell you, drop a piece here and it goes flying across the room. It's crazy. So I don't know if I said this earlier or not, but baseball season's getting ready to start. It is May 1st here, so hopefully I'll get this video uploaded quickly. And if you want to put down your comments, who do you think is going to win the World Series? The last 2 seasons, I got a good friend. He goes to Vegas every year for his vacation. And he's kind of considered a high roller because all he does is save his money. He has no bills other than rent, utilities, and food, and car gas, and car insurance, and that's it. He's very frugal with his money. Does not spend a dime, and so he saves everything. And then once a year, him and his roommate go to Las Vegas and take their savings and put it in the slot machines, and they win. And then they turn around and take their winnings, and what do? You got it. Put it back in the slot machines, and they win. And what do they do with their winnings? You got it. Put it back in the slot machines until they're broke. And then they come home empty-handed. And you're going, what? Really? Yeah, that's what they do. And then they come home, yeah, nothing but their hand to shit in. Every year. That's all they do. That's their vacation. That's their fun. They take in a couple shows for free, and they get their meals for free, and that's it. And so anyhow, 2 years ago, I asked him, I read Sports Illustrated, excuse me. I read in Sports Illustrated, I said, hey, who's going to win the World Series? And the favorite was the Dodgers. And I said, why not? My friend's in Vegas, and I texted him. I said, hey, you in Vegas? He goes, yeah, what's up? I said, would you put $100 on the LA Dodgers to win the World Series for me? Sure, no problem. He brings me home the ticket. I put it in the drawer. What happens? Dodgers win the World Series. Hey! I took that $100 ticket, mailed it in, followed the instructions, mailed it in. I got a check for $400. Nothing to sneeze at, no big deal. So then last year, check Google, who's going to win the World Series? Dodgers. Okay. Friend goes back to Vegas. Hey, you put $200 on the Dodgers for me. Sure. Puts $200 down for the Dodgers. Who wins by the skin of their ass? Should have lost the game 7 very easily. Yeah, and who won it? Because MLB wanted them to? Yep, the Dodgers. Cashed my check in, followed all the rules. Got a check for $640. Yay! Turn on my computer, Google, 2026. Who's favored to win the World Series? Dodgers. So now I'm kind of like, okay, what the hell do I do? You know, my friend hasn't left for Vegas yet, but what the hell do I do? You know, Dodgers are favored, and they picked up Kyle Tucker from the Dodgers. You know, or not from the Dodgers, from the Astros. What in the Sam hell do you do? You know, do you put down money on the Dodgers again, or you know, fuck. I have no idea what you do. If I put down $500, I have a chance to bring home $1,600 this year. As it is right now, I mean that could change. It changes every minute, honestly. But right now, the Dodgers are favored to win. But the way they played in the World Series, yeah, they took off and won the first 2 games. I thought, oh boy, they're going to sweep Toronto and take the city by storm and eat them up and go home and celebrate. And this is going to be over. Yeah, not happening. That was too close to call. It had me worried. But they pulled it out, you know. So, and if I put down 500, well, you know, so far I've won 300 and I've won 440. So I've won 740. And if I put down 5 and I lose it, well then I've won 240. I'm still to the positive, but you hate to give your money back to Vegas, you know. But then again, if I win, well, then I've won 740 plus I've won another 1,125. So then I got even more Vegas money. But honestly, I could say after this year, if I took the Dodgers and the Dodgers won, I would safely say I would not do it again. I would not put any money on the Dodgers. After this year, it would be done and over. I would have to find a new team. Honestly. I would have to say that this is it. Now, just a minute here. What the hell happened? Okay. So that's done. So either way, I'm up, but I would rather be up a lot more than, you know. I need to, for those asking if I bought any stocks or bonds, or any 401ks that I distributed, and I said no, and I did. So, because if I did, it's going to ask me how much did I buy, and I fucking don't know. I don't know about Cleo, I said last year, and I didn't. I won't say anything, so. There's something else I need to check on that I need to buy from Temu. I had any fucking stickers bought on light stickers. What stickers are what? Fans and bathroom outlets and all that shit. I never got them. They're probably sold out. And I noticed I've got well over fucking like $12,000-13,000 again. I've only got 9. Okay, so got this done. Okay, I've got one that goes here, sits right there, push down, and this one sits right over here. And they just kind of fall into place, and then you press down. There we go. And that's that. And then it puts you down to bags 13 and 14, but unfortunately, folks, I am tired. Been another hour and a half of playing here. That's bags 13 and 14. That's going to do the other two corners. And then we have bags 15 and 16, which is going to be plants and shrubs. And then bags 17 and 18, which is going to be a lot more shrubs. So I will probably try to get to this tomorrow afternoon or evening, and we'll do the other two corners and the shrubberies. And that'll be it for box number 1. We'll get that tomorrow night, and then we'll see about getting this uploaded to start getting some of our subscribers coming in, and we'll work on box number 2. So thank you everybody for joining me tonight. Remember, subscribe, hit that like button. Let's get the people in here and watching me. And sorry it's taking so long, but we're just getting started, getting everything started and rocking and rolling. So appreciate you for joining Dr. Chaz's Lego Shop, and we'll see you again next time. Thank you.